Relocation buyers pick between Carlsbad and Encinitas based upon photos online, and they don't realize they may have picked wrong until they've already unpacked. So today I'm going to help you avoid that. By the end of this video, you'll understand not just the differences between Encinitas and Carlsbad, but more importantly, which one actually fits the life you're trying to build. Hey, I'm Jennifer St. Clair, your host of Living in San Diego, and I've spent 2 decades helping people relocate here. And one thing I've learned is that choosing the right community is usually far more important than choosing the right house. We talk about that a lot on my channel. So first, let's get our bearings. Both Carlsbad and Encinitas are coastal cities in North County, San Diego, connected by Interstate 5 and the historic Highway 101. Carlsbad sits between Oceanside to the north and Encinitas to the south. And Encinitas stretches from Carlsbad down to Solana Beach with Rancho Santa Fe just inland. Both offer incredible beaches and surf breaks, from South Carlsbad State Beach and Tamarack Surf Beach to Moonlight State Beach and the legendary Swamis. Both are also known for excellent schools, beautiful neighborhoods, and some of the highest quality of life anywhere in San Diego. So why are we going to compare them? Because if you're moving here from out of state, they can look very similar online. But once you get here, you realize they're built around very different priorities. And depending upon the life you're hoping to build in San Diego, that difference matters. So let's start with Carlsbad. Carlsbad is one of the largest coastal cities in San Diego County, stretching 7 miles along the Pacific Ocean and covering about 39 square miles. And one mistake I see relocation buyers making is saying, I want to live in Carlsbad. Okay, where? North, south, west of Interstate 5, farther inland? Because those feel like completely different places when you get there, and that's one of the biggest advantages of Carlsbad. It gets you lots of choices. If your idea of a perfect Saturday is grabbing coffee, walking to the beach, and meeting friends for dinner, or browsing local shops, you're probably going to really enjoy spending time around Carlsbad Village, where I go do sculptures. You can grab a meal at Cafe Topes or Blue Ocean Sushi Bar, walk along the boutiques along State Street, stroll the seawall at Tamarack Beach, or catch a sunset overlooking Carlsbad State Beach. The weekly Carlsbad Village Farmers Market takes over State Street every Wednesday afternoon, and it's one of those places that just makes the village feel like a real community instead of just another beach town. It is also one of the most walkable downtown districts in North County, and that's a big part of its appeal. But maybe that's not what you're looking for. Maybe you'd rather have a newer home, a larger neighborhood, more parks, more community, more amenities. Well, that's where Carlsbad starts to change. You can head inland to communities like La Costa, Aviera, Bresci Ranch, or Robertson Ranch, and you'll find that master plan neighborhoods have become much more common in these areas of Carlsbad. Most of them have HOA maintained amenities like pools, clubhouses, parks, and trails, and you'll find parks like Alga Norte Community Park with its aquatic center, dog park, skate park, and sports fields, along with miles of trails around Lake Calavera Preserve. And in South Carlsbad, you're going to be really close to the lagoon, one of my favorite places for a walk. So what does that mean for you? If you're looking for choices, Carlsbad gives you a lot of flexibility. You can live close enough to walk to restaurants and the beach, or you can choose a newer planned community just a few miles inland. In most parts of Carlsbad, you're still only about 10 to 15 minutes from the coast, depending upon exactly where you live, of course. And I just got to tell you a story about one thing that blew me away when I moved here from Atlanta 21 years ago. I was walking through one of the newer Carlsbad communities, I think it was Copper Canyon or something, and the entire living room wall just disappears. The doors slid away and the house became part of the backyard. I had never seen anything like it before, and I still remember thinking, wow, is this really how Californians get to live? I'm never leaving. So now if you're sitting here thinking, Jennifer, Carlsbad sounds really perfect for me. Wait, don't decide until you look just a little bit south at Encinitas, because Encinitas offers a different version of coastal living. So let's see if that can be true for you. If Carlsbad is one large city with a lot of different options, Encinitas feels more like a collection of small coastal communities that kind of grew up together. In fact, Encinitas is made up of 5 distinct communities: Old versus New Encinitas, Leucadia and Cardiff by the Sea, and then there's the unique Olivenhain that used to be olive groves. And although they're all part of the city of Encinitas, each one has its own feel, lifestyle, and home styles. And that's important because depending upon where you're looking, you may absolutely love one and not the others. So let's start along the coast. Old Encinitas is what many people picture when they think about Southern California beach towns. Old-style gridded streets with names like 2nd Street, D, and E Streets, local coffee shops like Lofty Coffee, restaurants like Urban Sea, and the Taco Stand. You've got Moonlight Beach with live concerts, Swami's Surf Break, people walking, riding bikes, surfing, just always outside, enjoying the chill, spiritual, connected to nature kind of feel that Encinitas is. It's really hard to explain until you really get there and feel it. Just love Encinitas. But now let's head into Leucadia. Somehow Leucadia gets even more laid back. Leucadia still feels like a really old beach California town. Beach cottages, eclectic local businesses. You've got Panican Coffee and Tea, surf shops, art galleries, and a lot of locally owned boutiques. It's a little quirky and artsy, a little rougher around the edges in the best possible way. Super approachable, super livable. I love Leucadia. But if you keep heading south, you'll come to Cardiff by the Sea. Somebody mentioned in a comment in one of my videos, could you cover Cardiff by the Sea? Hey, the locals don't really want me putting that out there, but I'm gonna touch on it in this video. So Cardiff by the Sea has its iconic Cardiff Cook statue that they dress up regularly by the locals in the funniest costumes. And it's also got one of my favorite places to eat in Fish 101. Fish 101 is a casual order at the counter spot with some of the freshest grilled fish and the best crispy Brussels I have ever had. Mwah! You've got to try it. Cardiff is adored by locals for its dog-friendly atmosphere, its laid-back lifestyle, and its easy access to the beach. It may technically be part of Encinitas, but it absolutely has its own personality. And speaking of personalities, then there's Olivenhain, tucked inland east of Interstate 5, and if someone had blindfolded you and dropped you there, you'd find it hard to believe you're still only minutes from the beach. Large custom estate homes, horse properties, rolling hills, wide open skies and views. I sold a home in Olivenhain some years ago to some of my favorite clients, and they still absolutely love living there. For them, it was really the larger lots, the privacy, the quieter lifestyle, and let's be honest, there's a certain prestige that comes with an Olivenhain address. Yet you're still only minutes from the coast, and that combination is incredibly hard to find anywhere else in San Diego. And then there's New Encinitas. If you're looking for a more traditional kind of structured feeling neighborhood with newer homes, convenient shopping along El Camino Real, and easy access to everyday amenities, this is where many relocation buyers end up focusing. It does offer a little more house for your money than you'll find typically west of Interstate 5, while still keeping you close to everything that makes Encinitas special. So what does that mean for you? One of the biggest decisions you'll make in Encinitas is, do you want to live west of Interstate 5 or east? West of the freeway, you're going to pay a premium for the city center walkability proximity, beach access, and that classic coastal lifestyle. And east of the freeway, you're generally going to get more house, more yard, and a little more breathing room. So now that you know what it feels like to live in each community, let's compare the things that usually make the final decision in choosing. Let's start with one of the biggest factors, your budget. Carlsbad generally gives you more housing choices. Whether you're looking for a condo, townhome, or a newer master plan community, or a custom home, you're going to find a wider range of neighborhoods and price points. Right now, the median home price in Carlsbad is about $1.5 million, and homes are typically going pending in about 15 to 23 days, depending upon what end of the range they are. Condos and townhomes begin at approximately $700,000. And of course, detached homes can go up to multi-millions. The luxury neighborhoods like Aviera and parts of La Costa climb well beyond that. And Encinitas commands a premium, especially west of Interstate 5. The median home price there is about 1.8 to 2.2 million, with many homes going pending very quickly in 10 to 20 days. And if you're looking in Leeuwenhoek, expect larger estate homes, bigger lots, horse properties, and custom construction. Entry-level homes there typically start in the high 1 millions, climbing easily past 2 to 3 million for view lots and the larger estates. When you're buying coastal in either of these communities, one thing I would caution you about is the coaster, the rail line. Spend some time by the rail line if you're considering a house near there. For some people, train noise is a complete non-issue. For others, it becomes the one thing they wish they had considered before moving in there. Okay, so many people say, Jennifer, I need to know about the schools. It's one of the biggest reasons people relocate to either one of these communities. The good news is you really can't go wrong. Both are served by highly regarded school districts and consistently rank among the best in San Diego County. Don't even worry about it, just take a look around. But what about the employers and the commute there? If you work in Carlsbad, Oceanside, San Marcos, or kind of anywhere in North County, Carlsbad makes a lot of sense. If your job is in Sorrento Valley, University Town Center, Torrey Pines, or downtown San Diego, or South Bay, of course, Encinitas is going to give you a better proximity. And if you travel frequently, Encinitas is about 10 to 15 minutes closer to the San Diego airport, depending upon traffic. It's not a huge difference, but over the course of a year, those extra minutes can really add up to your lifestyle. So where these two communities really begin to separate themselves is what they offer you. Carlsbad has the flower fields, the Carlsbad Village, Omni La Costa Resort and Spa. There's coastal lagoons, miles of beaches, golf, hiking trails, and a wide variety of neighborhoods to explore. Encinitas has Moonlight Beach, Swami's, Highway 101, Self-Realization Fellowship, Temple Gardens, cafes, surf culture, and a community that feels deeply connected to the outdoors. Both offer an incredible coastal lifestyle. The question isn't which one is better, it's kind of just which one feels more like home to you. So after everything we've covered, which one of these can you actually picture yourself living in? Not on vacation, but living there every day. Grabbing coffee on Saturday morning, headed to the beach after work, meeting your friends for dinner, or simply enjoying what you call home. Because once you answer that question, that's the community you should be exploring first. Carlsbad and Encinitas are both incredible places to live. By now, you probably have a favorite, and that's exactly what I hoped would happen in this video, because the best community isn't the one I would choose, it's the one that fits the life that you're trying to build. And if you're still trying to decide, don't do it alone. You can download my free relocation guide, or you can schedule a call with me and we'll narrow down the right community before you spend time looking at the wrong homes. So thank you so much, as always, for staying till the end. If you like the content that I bring you, do me a favor, smash that like button, subscribe. You can hit the notification bell so you never miss another one of my videos. We drop a video weekly. As always, thank you, and stay sunny, San Diego.